Is he swinging? Yes.
There he is. There's
Spider-Man. Spider-Noir.
Everything is getting more intense. This video is sponsored by DC Studios Showcase, the official podcast. More on them very soon.
Citizens of the Reject Nation, it is time for Spider-Noir, a show I could not be more excited about. The Spider-Verse films are amongst my favorite films on the planet, and now we get to bring Ben Reilly to TV in a noir setting, letting Nick Cage do his cagiest best. How are you guys feeling? Starting with Greg.
I'm feeling great, man. We're going to watch the B&W version because you guys voted for it.
You guys demanded black and white. The great Lord and Miller said it is the way to watch it, and I am thrilled. Aaron, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great on this beautiful day today. I listened to noir music on the way, ready for Nicolas Cage, Spider-Man, and detective mysteries. I'm ready to get into the show.
Sound like Morgan Freeman.
Noir Morgan Freeman, yes.
I'm still trying to convince Greg to let us have us be in black and white.
Yes.
Or them be in black and white with color. Like invert Pleasantville.
Ooh, I like that.
We'll see, editors.
Oh, yeah. Forgot to mention, Coy, you should mention that another round of reactors here
Are going to be doing it in color.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to get our reactions up first, and then a couple days later, they'll start putting their reactions up.
You know what's ironic? Those reactors wanted to watch it in black and white. So here we are. We're going to watch it in black and white. Episode 1 in 3, 2, 1.
You'll have to adjust. This will be fine.
Someone once asked me what universe this was. All I could say for sure was it was the only one I knew of. And that was as true then as it is now. Am I an extraordinary man? Yes. Am I an ordinary man? Yes. I'm both. I'm neither, but I'm
Oh,
all.
it's so Sam Raimi, like,
Love that amazing Spider-Man type shot.
I grew up in this city. I learned to fight in this city,
Oh, that's cool.
and I fell in love in this city.
I love seeing the images on the windows.
Oh, I'm just walking on the ledge.
I used to be the Spider, this city's hero, always on guard, always ready to swoop in and save the day.
Batman.
sick.
Nice.
Oh, man. Why is this so real? This is black and white. Really compliments. Look at this.
This is beautiful. The eyes popping.
Yeah.
Why does he keep his hat on?
That ended when Ruby died.
Oh, that
We were
black
going to
and
be
white
married
photo.
in the spring.
Yeah, actually, I'm enjoying this.
I even bought a ring to make it official, a ring I never had the chance to give her.
Like I was doing a slight noir piece. A ring I never had to give her.
Ruby once told me that with great power comes great responsibility.
Hey.
She told him.
Well, she was the greatest responsibility I ever had, and I failed her.
1890, it says.
After that, I didn't want the power or the responsibility. So I went back to being just an ordinary man.
I wonder if Pemberton scored this.
That was 5 years ago.
Oh, look at the title sequence. Hell yes.
I'm so excited for Lamorne Morris as Robbie.
Oh, I love these cracks.
Ooh.
Man Spider.
It's the fusion.
What do you think?
I think you got a bingo.
P.I.
Say, you're kind of handsome.
Now I'm questioning your eyesight.
So you got a wife?
No.
I got a husband. Not that it's ever stopped me from having a good time.
When your husband gets the same idea, tell him to give me a call.
Ben Reilly.
Oh, what was that number on top? Shit.
You keep following me, it won't end the way you want it to.
It never does. Addison!
Yeah, my wife showed me so many like black and white noir movies, and it's crazy how authentic it looks.
Yeah, this is Anya's jam. Like this era.
Well, it's got like the shadows and some of that like German expressionism.
Sorry, pal. Don't do it, Addison. I'm as liable to shoot you as I am to give chase.
I'm as liable to shoot you as I am to give chase. Damn, they even got the dialogue down.
And the music.
Where do they go? Which way?
There's so many like reflection shots.
Ooh,
Spider
Spider-Sense! Yes. I love the sound design so far.
I tried to warn you.
What? Oh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Pyro?
Molten Man?
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's
that makes
Molten
more
Man.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, Molten Man.
Shoot.
He's gone. He's dead now.
Oh, no.
It's so interesting to see him like have Spidey sense go off and then whip out a gun.
Okay.
Fellow PIs, eh?
That man was completely on fire. He offered me $50 to track down the nobody.
Who hired you? Guy named Winston?
Yeah.
Bastard only offered me 30. I need a drink. You?
Sure. Nothing too fancy. All I got is
$3. Morning.
Coffee.
Got anything a little harder?
How to go with Addison.
This is why they have to call him Ben Reilly.
Yep.
Addison's dead.
You?
No, some other guy.
You open?
No.
Yes.
Tried calling, but didn't seem to go
Mr.
through.
Riley believes that business is better conducted face to face. Wouldn't you agree, Mr.
Carmody.
Well, right this way, Mr. Carmody?
She's a damn good secretary, people.
You a rich man, Mr. Carmody?
Not particularly.
Possessed of a keen wit, then.
Huh? Look, I heard my wife on the phone this afternoon. She's going to meet the so-and-so at 8 o'clock tonight. I haven't got the address. Look.
That's funny. That's clever.
So you'll do it. You'll take the case.
Okay, Carmody, my rate's $10 a day, plus...
But you'll get pictures, because without pictures, it's basically just a he said, she said situation.
I'm sure your suspicions are unfounded, Mr. Carmody, but if it comes to it, don't you fret. Benson is photographer.
Never miss a shot.
This is a classic PI setup.
$10 a day.
Plus expenses. Jan will get your info and a small retainer. Come back day after tomorrow, and I'll give you what you want.
Come on, Mr. Carmody, let's get that info in that retainer, huh?
See, a germaphobe. I do see the Humphrey Bogart and the like, especially the sadness, and like the kind
He
of
wears the weight on his
yeah,
face.
the droopiness of it. Yeah.
I think Lamorne Morris is Robbie Robertson is one of the things I'm most looking forward to. We don't get enough Robbie
That's
Robertson
who he
love.
is?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember anything about what we learned from the trailers. Yeah.
Some other mobster is finally making a move. Burned down his mansion a couple of nights ago, killed 6 of his men, and somehow the old bastard escaped.
Yep.
Finburn likes being called Silvermane. Thinks it speaks to gravitas and longevity.
If I ever get that rich, you call me anything you want.
That's a used pickle.
Longevity's this whole thing, immortality.
So what you hiding over there, another cheating spouse? I thought you said you weren't going to take those anymore.
I haven't paid Jana in months. Beggars can't be choosers.
Says the man who has chosen
I love how the words draw attention to they're in reverse.
to be a beggar for Christ's sakes, man.
Robbie, not
What do you
today.
Like the word diner and stuff like that.
Oh,
so it really
yeah.
draws the
The
eye.
city's a mess.
Mirrors is a big part of this.
Ever since the spider disappeared, Silvermane's got this city by the throat. The people could use a hero.
Oh, he knows.
I hope they find someone.
You used to be.
I know who I used to be, and I know who I am now.
Did not expect that.
There's always going to be another Silvermane, Robbie. No point in fighting it.
The Kingpin.
Can't help but wonder what Ruby would think if she heard you talking like that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's tragic.
Ruby's been dead a long time. I don't care what you think anymore.
Oh, he's heartbroken.
Is there precedent for someone named Ruby in the comics or just an original?
In the noir world, yeah, they play around with a lot of different character inversions.
Oh, yeah? How's that going?
Cool. Look at that phone.
James, huh?
What would you know? Donegal, Riley. Listen, I think we should talk about last night.
So what's this proposition you got?
Damn.
You left a man dead last night. Feels like that could be trouble coming down the tracks or an opportunity worth pursuing. Either way, I think we should know more about who hired us and why they wanted him so bad.
Yes.
So you got a plan.
Can you be sober by 9 a.m.? Come on.
Oh, hi, handsome. Long time no see.
By the morning? Sure.
Or you think that's Ed Kemper from Mindhunter?
I thought it was, but I think it's Marvelous Mrs. Maisel I know him from. It's a time period.
Right. Yeah, if it is the guy I'm thinking, I see what you see.
Ever since the spider disappeared, Silvermane has had a chokehold on this city, murdering anyone that gets in his way.
Oh, even it's still photography. Look how good it is.
Beautiful.
But one brave soul tried to free us from the mobster's reign of terror, setting fire to Silvermane's mansion while he was asleep upstairs. But he failed to kill the old bastard, so brace yourself for a bloody rampage from Silvermane and his goon.
Look at these aesthetics, man. It's great.
If only the spider were here to save us from the madness.
Damn, Robbie. Give it a rest, would you?
So he's an actual reporter this time, Robbie?
Yeah.
Instead of just like a guy who works at Daily Bugle?
Well, he's Jonah's right-hand man, but that you'd have to get there. I think he's younger here.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know how jobs work there.
Well, like he seems to be in his 30s. Like Robbie, I think of his like 50s.
Yeah, I just never thought of Robbie as like an actual full-on reporter.
Jonah was a reporter too, before editor-in-chief.
That makes
like you got to climb.
I wonder if they didn't use Ben Urich because they didn't want the confusion from Daredevil.
Woo.
Or they couldn't legally.
He's doing photography.
We need pictures of cheating spouses.
He's doing...
How can I help you?
I got a delivery for Boris Karloff.
Sorry, but Karloff don't live here.
Oh, sure he does. He might be listed under his stage name, Stein, Frank, and Stein.
Stein.
Thank you. I found a guy.
All right, don't bother. I'll see myself out.
Subtle.
Or like you'll see yourself up.
There are honestly so many shots in this that I'm like, this looks like it was intended for black and white, that I have a hard time. There are times where I actually have a hard time imagining the color.
Well, I think since the color is so saturated, like it's like that style, I wonder.
But it definitely seems like the original intent is this is the version of Washington at first.
Being a PI then, that's so funny. I'm shocked they killed Molten Man so quickly. I thought he was going to be like throughout.
He might still be around. Is this an affair?
Or an attempted affair. Not on her.
Or a murder.
Oh. Is he going to become the spider? Oh.
Son of a whoa!
Oh!
Ooh, that is a thick ass web.
So he's organic webbing too, right?
It looks like.
Yeah. Look pretty organic.
Morning, Winston. Care for a cup of coffee or maybe some tea, or do you just want to order both and see which one comes first?
Tell me you know where Addison is, so take your money and talk.
Actually, the price has gone up. The other PI you hired told me you offered him 50, so I'm not telling you for a penny less than 200.
Damn.
Give me one good reason I shouldn't plug you.
How about 38 reasons?
It's actually a 32, but I doubt your organs will know the difference.
Damn.
Why don't you go back to whoever it is that sent you and find me $200, and then I'll tell you where Addison is, and I'll keep the 30 as a tip. Janet will keep the 30 as a tip.
Real cute.
Kind of a Twilight Zone-y music.
Man, this looks so of the time. I'm so impressed.
Funny. Guy burns down my house.
Oh, he gets to be Irish, Brendan Gleeson.
He won't tell me where Addison is unless he gets more cash.
Pay him whatever he wants. The boys are convinced Addison's got some kind of powers.
How'd he get him?
Does I want to talk to him? Do whatever it takes. Find Addison.
Silvermane is definitely not usually Irish.
Nope. But I like it. And it fits the period.
Burns the deepest pockets in New York. We're the only ones who know Addison's dead. We could ask for 1,000 now.
Shake down, Silvermane. It's an idea. Thing is, I've got this crazy preference for being alive.
I'm in here.
Oh, the wife gonna be here? No. Okay.
How'd that go?
Dead end. How about this?
Got some great shots.
Couldn't resist.
I do have one question, though. Am I crazy, or is that the goddamn mayor of New York?
Oh, the mirror.
I believe in you, the dedicated woman. Our city has hit hard times,
The dedicated woman.
but I believe we can be our own heroes.
You sure she didn't meet up with anybody?
2 Marvel shows involving the mayor in a row.
Was alone the entire night.
What about 8 p.m.? The Red Cliff, what was that all about?
Come on, Carmody, smile. This is great news. I don't even feel good about taking your money.
Really?
Yeah. Go home, Carmody. You have a beautiful and loyal wife.
Oh.
She's not Mrs. Carmody, then who the hell is she?
The only thing I can say with any certainty is she isn't married to that syphilitic walrus.
Another headache, huh? That's Sixth Sense thing?
Safe? What's about to happen?
Long as I've known you, it's never steered you wrong.
I'd love to. Trouble is, I'm not currently sure what it's trying to tell me.
Oh, I can hear it. Pay your secretary, except you can't, because you just gave away the only money we made all month.
You're at the top of my list.
Yeah, you better do something about it soon. I just interviewed for a sales position at Gimbel's. Blame my husband. He has this annoying habit of demanding food on a daily basis.
She's great.
You want to steer clear of the mayor? That's fine. There's still some cash to be had.
Blackmail, huh? It's not a terrible idea. It's not a good idea, but it's not a terrible idea.
You must be joking. Oh, that's Cat Hardy.
Hey.
Ooh, I thought so.
Back in the day, you wouldn't have had to ask.
5 minutes, sure, 3.
Well, what are you looking for, anyway?
Cat Hardy.
Any idea where I can find this Cat Hardy lady?
Oh, yeah.
He just gets access to the morgue.
She is the star attraction over at the Alcove. Huh, that is weird. Say, does this look like a guy who died in a fire to you?
No, but he sure as hell did. I was there. They ID him yet?
Name's Addison.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, hold off on printing that. I want to warn a friend before he gets himself killed.
He's not dead.
What's going on, Ben?
Are they
Does
all
this
from
guy
like
have
the same
superpowers?
science experiment? I feel like there's like a tethering thing happening here.
Is he like you?
Forget about it, Robbie. Yeah.
Just like
Your
me.
uncle say when he'd be back?
He didn't say shit. That's what I told the other fellas, and that's what I'm telling you.
Molten Man was not a radioactive spider. I'm curious if they tie all the science.
If he comes in, tell him to meet Ben Reilly at the Alcove, 9 p.m. Tell him it's important.
Hey, L.A.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cat Hardy.
And also Spider-Man struggling financially.
Always.
They keep that going.
In all multiverses. Every dimension.
Birds singing.
Even the way that she was revealed feels authentic at the time.
Slight cat eye because of her eyelashes.
Whoa. Oh, he's doing like the Spike Lee shot.
Singing right at you.
The James Cameron Spider-Man's about to happen. A lot of webs.
What the hell just happened?
Oops, Silvermane's got his cane. Didn't notice that before.
Cane.
I wonder if we get Hammerhead in here.
Where the
too.
hell are you?
He would fit. I don't know if they were saving him, but I'd love that.
Yeah.
Wake him up.
That ain't gonna be so easy. He's dead. Told you I had to kill her right.
He's dead.
Damn. Did not expect that.
You really? Yeah, something's up with this guy.
Why?
Sorry, boss.
I'm not interested in revenge or retribution, so I'm going to make this quick, okay? I'd just like to hear where Addison is. Do you know?
Poor guy.
I shot him dead. He had some kind of crazy powers. He burst into flames.
Oh, no.
And what about the name of the man who hired Addison to kill me? Fair enough.
Oh, there it is.
Ah, wow. I guess that's less you got. Less got to worry about editing wise.
Go to the morgue.
It sucks.
Make sure Addison
That's
is
more
really
violent
dead.
than I expected.
Bring me
We have an
to the
R-rated
crib.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's why he's Spider-Noir.
More than this guy.
But I thought, like the period, they might dial it back on the gore.
Nope, they gave you full tilt.
Do you
I
mind?
wonder if Lucas
Please.
Haas is gonna be anyone or just like a lieutenant to Silvermane.
Mr.
Riley, it concerns your trip to the Red Cliff last night.
Flint?
No, I'm trying to help you.
Oh, Flint Marko.
I'd like you to meet my friend Flint Marko. He's
A gorilla. Do you mind?
A gorilla.
I thought you might find that useful.
Mr. Reilly's a very nice man, but he was just about to leave.
Who told you that?
That you were leaving?
That I'm nice.
Just a hunch. Maybe you can confirm it by leaving without messing up Flynn's tie. He really struggles with the double Windsor, and I just painted my nails.
Sharpen him, too. And don't trouble yourself, Flynn. I'm happy to make my exit without either of your fists busting my eye sockets. Perhaps tomorrow we can discuss the price of the negatives over lunch. I might even pay, seeing as I'm such a nice guy.
I suppose you think you're pretty clever.
Well, actually, most days I think I should just stick my head in the oven and get it over with.
What's stopping you?
Simple. I'm a coward.
That was great. Excellent exchange.
There's some change for a hungry orphan boy?
You got a tail, white suit?
Sure do, mister. Thanks.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, look at that. That is beautiful.
Whoa.
It's like a video game. That's
Black and white, you could definitely blend the digital effects a lot better.
It also feels like that retro-futuristic Batman animated series thing because of the architecture and blending of types and mediums.
True, true.
Some view up here. See the lights all the way from Jersey.
I like those negatives, please.
Cutting right to it, huh? You don't even want to catch your breath?
Mister, despite what I do for a living.
I know a terrific hamburger joint, open all night. Let's sit, talk it over.
This is a cool Dutch angle.
How about a drink?
Last chance.
Oh!
It doesn't have to be like this.
You're right. You stop punching me. Well, the thing is, I'm not really scared of heights.
Definitely got like a pulpy quirkiness to it. Maybe he's not Sandman.
Yeah, I'm like, this man seems fallible.
Or he waits to show his sandy powers.
Yep,
I hear him.
Yep, here's some grain moving.
It looks like he's having trouble staying composed. Cool body horror vibes.
Very cool.
Yes.
Love the way it moves over his fist. Oh.
Gotta use your powers. Oh, the classic spider falling shot.
Let's watch. He's got to know.
Yeah. Just outed yourself, dog.
Nice. It's fun they shout out Frankenstein because there is a monster movie flair to this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hurt him.
Where am I?
Where am I?
What happened?
What the hell is this?
Just leave us alone, please.
You came to me.
Here are the negatives on the house.
That's why you're broke, Ben Reilly.
Yeah.
You're a nice man. Too nice for this business.
I can't believe you gave her the negatives. And for free.
And for free.
This is what reacting looks like. It's the physical response to a stimulus. You just haven't felt it in half a decade.
My aunt gave it to me.
You're afraid of the mob? Sure. Don't want to piss off the mayor? Fine.
Aunt
May?
But at a certain point, when someone tells you what they are, you have to listen.
And what is he?
It's true.
Retired.
Cat Hardy. Meet my secretary, Janet Ruiz.
Ex-secretary, I just quit.
I came here to offer him a job. My friend Flint, the one you met last night, he's disappeared.
Oh.
$50 retainer up front, then it's 10 a day plus expenses.
Okay.
Hey, alrighty.
Reject Nation. Today we're shouting out something very special. DC Studios Showcase, the official podcast which of course co-stars our one and only Real Rejects, Coy Jandreau. And I'm not just saying this because he's our guy. By now, y'all should know, when it comes to comics, film, and actually connecting those worlds, Coy is one of the best people you could put in that chair. I fortunately got a guest star on season 1 because Coy invited me, and I had such a great time with him, Frankie, the whole crew. They're all a whole bunch of nice folks over there. And what I really love about the vibe and then even their interviews that they do is that it never feels like a typical press interview type of show or podcast. Because when you have someone like Coy, you're not getting, cliche things to talk about. You're getting real fan questions, deep research, deep comic context, movie love, character psychology, kind of conversations you truly don't get anywhere else. And now Coy is the main co-host of season 2 alongside the wonderfully talented Frankie Smith, and she is such a joy in real life. I'll tell you guys, it makes sense why all these famous people love her. And it's awesome because the DC Studios Showcase is your inside source for everything that happens across DC Studios. Movies, shows, comics, all of it. And this season, they're of course going to be covering Supergirl, Clayface, Lanterns, more because DC has more. And the season 2 trailer even showcased that they're going to have interviews with people like Millie Alcock, Jason Momoa, the Supergirl director, Craig Gillespie. Last season, they had Superman himself, James Gunn. And in this season, they'll be talking, of course, on-set stories, personal insights, and what it was like bringing these characters to life, and a whole bunch of other directions that we do not know yet, because there are surprise guests coming this season. So, Reject Nation, you can check out the official DC Studios Showcase, the official podcast on the HBO Max YouTube channel, using the QR code here on screen or the link in the description box and pinned comment. And you can listen and watch on HBO Max or wherever else you get your podcasts. New episodes drop every other Friday. Subscribe so you do not miss one. That's DC Studio Showcase wherever you get your podcasts. We really want them to get picked up for season 3, especially because we know some, bad things that are coming out. So we want to make sure that this keeps going. So go support Coy and everyone at DC Studios Showcase.
We just watched episode 1 of Spider-Noir, but we're going to do this like a movie. So we're going to do 2 and 3 all together. We're going to start episode 2 in 3, 2, 1.
You were saying Flint's your bodyguard.
He protects me and he's loyal.
What else can you tell us? Does he have family, friends?
I know his address.
Are we going to talk about the fact that he turned into some kind of sand monster?
What I know, she knows.
It started about 6 months ago, but it's been getting worse.
Remembers when it happens?
Oh, he always remembers, unless he gets clubbed in the head with an iron girder.
He turned into sand. It was sand, right?
But you haven't given us much to go on.
Isn't that what the money's for? Investigate. Do you think I'm withholding from you, Mr. Reilly?
What if I said I did?
I'd ask why you thought that.
I'd say a lifetime of experience.
With clients?
With women.
I'm afraid I have other business to attend to.
Oh, she is a fun black cat.
I love that we just had Black Cat hire Spider-Man to look for Sandman.
Yeah.
I'm going to check out Flint's apartment. Why don't you go down to the
Bureau of Criminal Records? Been a while since we've had a real case, but it ain't been that long.
Been a while.
Hillhurst. Nothing. Oh, this is LA. This is Hillhurst. This is that. Yeah, this is a hotel that used to be there.
Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta spread.
Did they confirm this is supposed to take place in LA or this?
I mean, the Orpheum's LA and Hillhurst, but that looks like New York.
Yeah.
And the Chrysler Building's New York. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a Hillhurst, New York. Sorry, I failed this city.
Gonna meet a new supplier at the docks tomorrow. Canadian.
You didn't tell me that.
I'm telling you now.
New York. Spider-Man.
With all due respect, you don't pay me what you pay me for my charm or disposition. You pay me to keep you alive, and I'm telling you it's a bad idea. And I need you to stay alive and in power. Let me go down to the docks ahead of you, and once I make sure everything's kosher, you can waltz on in and show everyone the brightness of your feathers.
You finished?
So like a daisical.
Problem is not that the guy is out there. The problem is that they thought they could take me out at all. Ever since the spider disappeared, things have been comfortable. Maybe someone's thinking that I got complacent. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you could take me out. If you could set yourself on fire like Addison, then you might have a shot. Imagine controlling that kind of power.
There it is.
Now Flint goes missing right after. He's been acting strange lately. Now if those two things are related, go look for Flint.
It's interesting how they're positioning Silvermane.
He's got power and he's reckless with his responsibility.
Came straight to me.
Where's my daughter?
Well, they haven't played around with the immortality. Like, that's the main Silverman thing in the comics is, like, immortality and that quest to live forever. But I'm wondering if his quest for power and seeing these other people with power are going to transition to that.
Great.
Ew.
That's a lot of
ketchup
ketchup.
sandwich.
Damn. Hard times.
Depression.
Yeah.
This is Robbie
Getting them
Robertson.
calories.
Somehow.
You're never getting your old job back. There's no point.
What I'm saying is I just need to sit with him.
The Gazette, huh?
You just give me a chance to... I'm on to something truly sensational. It's the biggest story in years. There hasn't been anything this big since the spider. I promise it'll be worth his while.
That's cool. Because having this spider allows like New York to be like, well, when this shit pops up, it's kind of normal now.
Thank you.
We had a Spider-Man.
There's a precedent.
Yeah. And they've had 5 years to adjust to the normalcy of having a spider.
Some sort of strange thing in their city.
Got a delivery. Anybody home?
Eiffel Tower. That must be Vegas, Coy.
Oh, that makes sense. Cause sorry.
Diana Prince, who are you?
How does it work in this universe? It does seem to be tied to individuals versus situations.
It seems like it's emotional sense. So they were all from the same like platoon?
Flint, it's
How does he connect?
Silvermane wants to talk to you.
I mean, I feel like he was from the war, right? So he's a soldier. And
Yeah.
He was experimented on too.
But he wasn't in that photo. But the other two were together.
Maybe he's got some memory wipe going on. The mystery's afoot. Say. This is Los Angeles, chum.
I'm ashamed.
City of Angels, nah.
No angels here, say. so cute.
He's got like an Indiana Jones thing with the hat. Is he going up?
Spooky. I like how disgusting the webs are.
Yeah. Organic webs look gross.
Yeah, a bit fancy for my taste, and I got a pretty good idea why.
Why?
Let's go.
You think you got a new lady?
Damn, those shadows are fucking beautiful.
Oh,
like
killer.
The black and white shadows make it just so fucking worth it. Where to go to?
Why don't you go where fashion
Sits. On the Ritz.
I was sitting outside. I didn't know if it belonged to anyone.
No, my wife made me quit eating these.
Okay, well, in that case,
Hey, last I checked, you ain't my wife. Name?
Flint Marko.
Right back. Well, you dare touch that bag. It ain't a bribe if I don't get to eat it.
Quite the record, our Mr. Marko. Grew up in Brooklyn, working class, came back with no prospects. Small crimes, then bigger ones.
Silvermane. That Winston guy showed up while I was at Flint's.
You hid in the
I
closet?
hid in the closet.
Didn't you fight there too?
Yeah, it was one of the biggest battles of the war. There were 1 million of us there.
Hold on. Is that?
Addison. Looks like they were in the war together.
Is that what Kat is hiding from you?
Oh, I know. What I don't know is why she didn't tell me.
Probably thought you wouldn't have taken the case.
She would have been right.
There's a constant motif with the text.
Yeah, Spider-Man's a wartime bang baby, see?
I wonder if it's gonna like change by the end of this series. The text will start reading differently. Miss Piquette.
Visited Flint's apartment today. Does this mean anything to you?
Can't say I've ever seen him.
His name's Addison. He's the guy that burned down Silvermane's mansion. He's dead now. So is the PI that shot him.
What can I say? The world's a dangerous place.
Why don't you tell me Flint worked for Silvermane?
Would you have taken the case if I had?
I don't like surprises.
I'll remember that when your birthday rolls around.
Femme fatale dialogue's so good.
The deed is under my name, but it's no secret. Silvermane owns this place, and Flint's a good way to protect his investment.
And you?
You're interesting.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
Oh, the other night when we met, you called yourself a coward. But I think you're braver than you let on. I have business with Silvermane, and I have business with you, Mr. Reilly. One has nothing to do with the other. Now, have I said enough for you to keep the money you came here to return? Or have I misjudged you?
No, I'll keep working the case. Not because I'm brave.
Why then?
Maybe a detective just got to know all the answers.
That's fair.
Dialogue's so fun. It's punchy. It's playful.
Yeah, and it's quick, too. Yeah. Oh, he's just hiding. What are you running from? Oh, it's reacting to the rain. That's a fun detail.
There's a tragedy to him.
He loves her. Flashback?
Flint Marko in the comics is interesting because he starts as a villain, but you realize he's got kids and he's just trying to like get by. And I get that weight with him, but I think it's about her maybe. Woo!
Ooh, nice.
Spidey sense here.
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi!
It's good.
We don't care either.
I shouldn't have thrown it so hard.
He was just getting the shit kicked out of him in the show.
He has to kind of let himself get his ass kicked.
Yeah, not to out himself, right?
I mean, letting himself get kidnapped or like bring closer where he needs to go.
Yeah, he's gonna meet Silvermane.
I figured that. I'm asking you why. And I've got no idea who hired Addison to burn down your boss's house.
You don't know nothing, huh?
Double negative, but we'll set that aside for now. By the way, I am sorry about the nose.
That was him.
I don't know if it's great or it's sad, but I feel like this is the first time we're actually getting a witty Spider-Man in live action.
Andrew Garfield's very witty.
Garfield's witty, yes. And I'll leave it there.
Check the side. Boss ain't gonna like this.
Cool.
Nice.
Times are tough all over, but the true measure of a city.
Spider-Man slowly rising.
He's got to use his powers more and more.
This is New York. We're gonna link arms and stand strong against the rising tide.
Good casting of extras too, or he's got that feel even beyond the clothes.
So, you gonna explain your face?
Let's just say you should lay off the Addison reporting.
Silvermane?
He's on a warpath about Addison. Wasn't who was coming after him, so tread lightly.
As the man with the mask and the goggles, New York's beloved hero of the hour, not as Ben Reilly.
It's funny because doesn't he usually kind of like suspect that Peter Parker might be
Yeah,
Spider-Man?
and here it's just, I'm gonna let you know I know, and I'm in. Yeah.
I've been thinking about the Canadians. Plan stands, but go ahead of me. Scout it out.
Well, I think it's stylish.
What do you think, Winston?
I'm not one for fashion. No, I just think there's better thing to spend time on than dressing up dolls.
Are those their real ears?
Both of them, yes.
Yeah.
Both Brendan Gleeson and Lucas Haas have ears. They heard you ask.
It pops in black
Just
and white. they're the big ears that pop in black and white, man.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm looking for the Addisons.
Less polished, more grounded.
Even beyond a ketchup sandwich, I just felt the weight of that shanty towns and Hoovervilles.
He's probably so hungry watching Ben eat earlier.
Oh, man. I know I am.
Right.
Man, the set design's beautiful. Sand houses like that, the Hooverville construction.
Who are you?
Whoa.
I asked you a question.
Sure did. Looking for Vera Addison? Well, I am a reporter working the story on James Addison's death. I wanted to talk to his widow.
Jimmy's dead.
Oh, wow. He's really
I didn't know.
How did he die?
There was an explosion.
Why are you writing about him?
Burn that in, yeah.
Well, before he died, he burned down the wrong house.
Whose?
Silvermane.
You know something about that?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Addison didn't just take it upon himself to burn down the house of the most dangerous man in the city. Someone paid him to do it. Now, look, he was your friend, so I'm guessing he wasn't a bad guy.
He was sick. I don't know who hired him. His wife might.
And do you know where I can find her?
Try the Jeffrey Hotel. She always went there when they came in some money. And when she came back, the money was gone. Go figure.
The Depression era cast an interesting pall over this whole thing. Like they talk about like a poison and a sickness, and it's kind of affecting everybody.
Well, maybe this will jog your memory.
Please, I'm telling you the truth.
Oh, that.
For your sake, I hope so. We'll be back.
Wow, I was like, maybe.
Oh, yeah, right. I thought she was gone.
The show's getting me because I was like, no.
Janet,
Did they hurt you?
But they said they'd be back. They kept saying that I'd end up like Donegal, that if I didn't tell them where you were. What does that mean?
Damn.
It means Donegal's dead. Silvermane killed him.
I've been waiting for you to get it back together. Back to the man I know is buried somewhere inside you.
You're a very patient woman.
And this is how it ends.
Go home. Get some rest. You'll feel better, and I'll call you when it's safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, like you were going to last episode.
But I am not coming back. I care about you, Ben. But not enough to die for you.
It's getting very personal now.
And we were all worried for you.
Janet, there was just one stick up. Come on. We've been through worse. I wonder if we're going to find out her death was tied to all this.
I'm wondering who's responsible and if it's Silvermane, and yeah.
Maybe somehow knew that Ruby was connected to Spider and got rid of Ruby to shatter Spider.
And it worked.
Hiya, I'm Pete with maintenance. Sorry about the leak. It'll be no problem. I'll just, gosh, the unit downstairs, big mess. Water everywhere.
I'm sorry, have you been here before?
I am familiar with the unit, yes. Bathrooms that way.
I love that he does maintenance in a suit.
Yeah.
Or that they believe that he would do that.
What kept him holding them up?
Water everywhere.
I love seeing Cage have a blast and just destroy these people's hope.
Sir, what exactly are you fixing?
Sure, you've got a busted Jerry gasket.
Oh, wow.
He's getting his suit back. He used to live there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's time. Okay, good. I thought they're going to make us wait like 3 or 4 episodes to get him in the suit.
Bit of an existential crisis, if I'm honest.
About my toilet?
You should just go out that way, dude.
Yeah, you don't want that heat.
Just climb up the wall through the hole. Oh, he literally did. Or out the window. That makes more sense.
I don't think that guy was a plan.
Really? You don't say. She's like, why did I marry this man?
She's going to cheat on you, dude.
A patient woman until a point.
I didn't order anything.
My name is Robbie Robertson. I'm a reporter. Hold on.
Oh? That was dangerous for you to do at that time,
You
brother.
have 3 seconds to get out of here or I'm going to scream. And I don't think you want a white woman screaming about a black man trying to force his way into her hotel room.
Wouldn't want the city's most ruthless gangster knowing that the money someone paid your husband to kill him was being spent on.
Oh.
So go ahead and scream, honey. Unless you want me to do it.
I hope they sleep together.
A great way to show how rough the times are, the similarities in clothes, and then lock on the suit.
Just one amongst the people. With no power comes no responsibility.
James was a lot of things, but not the type to cut and run. When he didn't come home that night, I figured he was never coming home.
When did he start setting fires?
6 months ago,
Who hired him for the Silvermane job?
James dug his own grave, and now he's lying in it.
I love the lighting.
Flashback. Or just scene transition. Can't tell yet.
I think it's a scene transition.
Jimmy Addison's dead.
What?
Some reporter came around asking about him. Wanted to know who hired him to kill Silvermane.
If I'd known, I would have stopped him.
Oh, they're all kind of like uprising.
You don't look so good.
It happened again. Changed completely this time.
It's like the doc said. Our clocks are ticking.
Doc, okay.
We deserve better.
Let's get out of here. You can crash at my place.
They're really not feeling like bad guys at all.
Yeah.
Better for us to stick together right now.
Because this time everybody's struggling.
Shipment's good, boss. Ready for you to come.
I'm on my way.
Don't smile at him.
Swinging? Yes.
There he is. There's our
Spider-Man. Spider-Noir. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
Spider sense.
Nice. Ah, this is so great.
Oh, cool.
The inventive use of webbing. Woo! Through the bullet hole is great.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Spider-Man Noir will kill a man.
Brick. Do it. Oh, that's way heavier.
Yeah.
The radio.
Awesome.
Ooh, it is all black and weird color.
Coming from out of him.
Not another step.
I say.
Been a while.
You've done well with that.
Like a spider.
Didn't know you did hit jobs now.
I want you and your goons to lay off Reilly.
That's an interesting effect on his voice.
If you mess with Reilly or any of his people, I will kill you.
That like gurgling sound or
Yeah,
something.
it's so interesting.
Is it like spider mouth? Is he like more spider than we realize?
That suit has to be so hot.
At the premiere, they had a guy scaling the walls around the premiere in the full suit, and I was like, summer in New York and leather.
Ugh.
It's a good stunt, man.
Recipe for swamp ass.
Mm-hmm. Sanitation wasn't great in this area either.
Oh, no. Real Great Depression.
I wonder if he's like more mutated than he lets on.
Yeah, I like that there's a legit mystery. Like, I've been so intrigued by the villains getting powers together, how his relates, how his spider sense relates.
This you? This you're doing?
Oh, you heard about that, huh?
Yeah, well, I got some bad news for you. Cops had an ambush set up for Silvermane at the docks. Someone gave them a tip about a booze exchange.
Oh.
Cops were all set to catch the man himself in the act, but Silvermane never showed.
Oh, with the action going on in the background. So good.
They don't know it was you.
Shit, gotta go. I ain't trying to die in no phone booth.
It's like a classic set. Oh, I fucking love it. It's so cool. Don't crush it.
He's picking it
He
up.
wouldn't do that. He loves the spiders. Spiders are friends.
You're one with them.
Oh, I like that it stopped.
What the hell did I just do?
Trying to do a good thing made things worse.
Oh, yeah, that episode flew by.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That was a clip.
Quick.
All right, we just finished episode 2 out of the 3 for this video of Spider-Noir. They put them all out at once, so we are going to watch them like a movie. Please join us for episode 3 in 5, 4, 3, 2, scene.
So it's really settled. I'm not a fan of constant redecorating.
I handled it. Silvermane won't be back around here.
She's back.
This would go quicker if either of you pitched in.
Oh, you needed help with that.
This is so poor.
Seemed like a one-man job.
It can't be that easy, can it? Not that I don't believe you.
I thought she was done.
Yeah, she's back.
No, but they got the job from Hardy.
Son of a bitch. I met this guy at the Hooverville. He's the one who pointed me to Addison's widow.
So he knows both Addison and Flint Marko. 2 men with weird powers all of a sudden. What are the chances?
The wartime bang babies.
I'm gonna go find this guy again. Ask him some more questions.
Different universe, but you know.
It's cool with like Spider-Man, Web, and then you're like tethering Spider-Man to all these villains way more on a more personal level.
And
Like,
probably not Oscorp.
Yeah.
Probably.
So this guy couldn't have served directly with Addison and Flint. How come they're all in the same picture? You know, sometimes I think you forget I do this for a living.
Oh, shit.
Ben Reilly.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
No, I'm hiring you.
I come in peace. We haven't been formally introduced, but we have someone in common.
What happened to your muscle? Couldn't find a woman to push around?
I believe you owe the lady an apology.
Believe you owe the lady an apology. A private conversation.
I'll take that apology now.
Why me? Why not Winston? One of your other guys?
Why not Jones?
I have Winston looking into where this Addison guy came from. After me little run-in with your pal the Spider, I really see the value of having friends with superpowers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need your help. Somebody sent Addison to burn down my house. And I'm assuming the same somebody tipped off the cops about my booze shipment.
Got any leads?
I thought it might be a guy on my payroll, Flint Marko. He's been acting strange lately too, but he didn't know about the shipment, so he's either in the clear or dead at the hands of the rat. I want you to find out who it is.
What do you know?
Start with the police raid. Someone always gets paid, but the only thing you can trust is human nature.
What do you know?
Remember, people lie, Riley. Only money tells the truth.
You remember that, Riley?
There'll be a bonus if you finish the job.
Love Brendan Gleeson. So much presence.
So that's how you fixed it. We work for him now.
Getting paid is better than getting murdered.
Hard to argue with that.
Yeah, I mean, you're already on it.
Yeah, get paid from both sides.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
Counterfeit.
Crafty bastard marks all of his bills. Do we still have any of that money from Cat Hardy? He's marking mine. He's probably marking hers.
Anything?
Bingo.
Smart man.
Actual detective Ben Reilly. So far, each episode has gotten better and better for me. And I don't know if it's like adjusting to the world or like the black and white. But I really am like so like...
Oh, yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's why they're binge modeling it?
But potentially, yeah.
I feel like it's gotten worse every episode.
You're done. Why are we suffering through another 5 of these?
So sucks.
Like I was in with one, but I felt like 10 minutes.
No, yeah, I agree.
So I'm wondering maybe that's why the pacing, because we're all so TikTokified. But I'm in. This is great.
Yeah, the first episode, I was like, oh, okay, they're probably going to lean way more on the detective than the Spider-Man stuff. But I feel like the second episode found like a good balance. And then it's even going to, assumingly, go more because he's now just Spider-Man again.
And the mystery feels like a mystery.
What's the mystery?
How the powers are connected to his spider sense and like how they're all connected and how that relates to him.
Him being...
Spider-Noir?
Okay.
Spider-Man. Spider-Noir?
Sorry, I was thinking about other things the last 2 hours.
Yeah, it's okay. we'll tell you in the review what happened.
Cool. Yeah. Then I'll form an opinion.
Yeah. Based on ours, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Or the internet.
Whatever people want me to say.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Give me your money, I'll take it.
Remember to tell Greg what to think.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. The Docs. You think that's the Doc Ock reference?
Yeah, that's it.
I wonder who that little kid is. The little kid's got to be some guy character reveal at the end. Dick Grayson.
Gotta be Dick Grayson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you hurt, sir?
Years ago, caught a slug in the line of duty, and your good colleagues at this very hospital saved my leg. God bless you all.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Officer Batnick with the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association.
Officer Batnick.
Can I trouble you for the room numbers of the boys that came in from last night's raid?
Oh, we just turned it up.
Accent on accent.
I love how he just like does different 30s, 40s accents.
Nick Cage having the time of his life.
Quite the scene you walked into last night, raiding Silvermane shipment. You're a very brave man. Our city's esteemed officers are properly compensated for their injuries. After all, patrolman only goes where he's told, right?
All right.
As someone understands how it works, you got no choice in the matter.
Been there, see? See? So who told you where to go?
See?
Yes.
When things go wrong in the field, the higher-ups wind up carrying the can for the injuries to their men. Friend to friend, you could be in for a little trouble down the road. Especially with guys like Jones.
Jones? These raids? They're meant to take weeks to prep. All we got was a measly couple hours. Pinning on me's bullshit. They want to blame anyone? You should be talking to
Lieutenant Dunn. Let's just call it what it was, a total shit show. Brave men sent to ambush our city's toughest mobster with little time or information, now lay injured all over this hospital.
Oh, no.
Does that sound fair to them?
I get orders like everybody else. Think you can say no to the chief of police?
Do I need to remind you that you're lying on your stomach with a bullet stuck in your ass?
When the chief tells you these orders came straight from Mayor Morris, there are no questions left to ask.
Oh.
It's no good. It's broken. 2 payphones down this morning. This one and the one across from the delicatessen.
If it ain't one thing, it's another.
Yeah.
I tell you, when Harriet told me Gimbals was hiring, I raced down here. Did mean to have to change my stockings. And then I got on the subway, and the guy wrote 10 cents.
I knew that was coming. He's going to cut her off.
756 West 57. Got it. Thanks, Janet. I lied.
So good. God, I love Nick Cage.
People lie. Money tells the truth.
Authority of Mayor Morris, this illegal camps be cleared.
Every time we go here, we go handheld. Why?
You feel it? The shift? It's dangerous there?
It's like the only time in the show.
Oh,
Wicked.
nice lens shot.
Oh, this is realism.
Hey, leave her be now. Let her go. I'll leave.
Ooh.
Tombstone.
She called him Lonnie, right? Yeah. Oh shit! Is he discovering like? Oh, he like can't contain it. Is this his first time, or is it like the first time he can't contain it?
Yeah, I can't tell.
What the hell? Never had to. Oh, what's this guy's deal? Oh, it was Sandman.
Yeah. And they're and they're for the people too. Part of the actual community.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Hero shot.
Why
Needs pictures of Spider-Man villains.
They're really not villains, though. I don't
No,
feel,
no,
I don't
in
feel like
this,
they're
they're
villains
not
at all.
I'm looking for a guy, Carmody. A man's unctuous, more pinniped than human. Pinniped? He's so pinniped-like, you wouldn't believe it. He's a big guy.
You're talking about Hicks, apartment 4.
Temperance begins with face.
I lied.
You're lying a lot.
Big guy smells like sauerkraut.
No.
You got spider strength, dog. You don't know that, but still.
Closing a door on a guy, is that how you treat a friend?
That's not what we are.
Here, I thought we could braid each other's hair. Now, who hired you to get those photos of the mayor and Cat Hardy?
Nobody hired me. Mayor cheats on wife with lounge singer during an election? Anybody would tell you that's a doozy. Would have gotten it myself, too, but...
How'd you know it was happening?
I got a tip from Morris's office that he scheduled a meeting with the girl.
He called her?
She called him.
Is that why you were coming home?
Oh, I thought it'd be a gold mine. To get out of this shithole. Here we are.
Is there a back way out of here?
That guy seemed like he was right outside the door.
First floor apartment.
Ever heard of a telephone?
Trying to save a nickel.
Handsome and thrifty. Is he thirsty too?
I won't say no.
Like the door number 3366. 3 plus 3 equals 6.
So, have you found Flint?
Working a few leads, but nothing concrete.
Could have said that before I got you the drink.
I can always find a reason to linger. Silvermane turned up today and hired me to find a rat in his crew. You didn't like hearing that.
You see, this place doesn't feel like me because it's not mine. There is nothing Silvermane didn't choose, and if he gave it to me, then he can take it all away.
Any chance your boy Flint's involved in betraying him, and that's why he disappeared?
No, Flint is loyal to a fault.
And what about the mayor? Booze is Silvermane's bread and butter. Mayor's calling for an end of prohibition, bragging about the raid. Doesn't look good.
No.
Trying to help you. Anything you want to tell me?
Sure, I'm scared. You would be too. You'll get rid of 50 if it means he's sure he's got the one. It's too easy to get caught in the crossfire when that happens. Try to remember that. If not for me, then for you.
I don't feel like she suits up yet.
Riley, what are you doing here?
Well, if it ain't Mr. Whiskers searching for some cheese. Your boss sent you out looking for supers, but here you are instead, covering your tracks, just like a rat, huh?
You need to watch your mouth.
I have heard that, yes.
I'm gonna find the rat.
Must sting not being trusted by the big boss anymore.
He'll know he can trust me soon enough.
Well, if you need a little help from a professional in that effort.
He does seem like the obvious.
Not for nothing, of course.
There's nothing worse than a man that's only loyal to money.
You're a bad guy.
I don't care whose favorite lounge singer they are. You come to me first.
Yeah, they're marked.
Yep, he just wants the money too, but
And nobody could stop him. I mean, at one point he had half a dozen cops on him, whacking him with nightsticks, but he was indestructible.
Who?
Lonnie Lincoln.
He's got powers too. I mean, cops were attacking him, but he was swatting them off like it was nothing. And then Flint.
You're saying Flint Marko was there?
He sure was. Say, can I borrow your dark room? I was the only reporter there, and the story is mine as long as nobody poaches it.
This could be my ticket back to the Bugle.
Think J. Jonah will be here?
maybe.
Fingers crossed.
It's still J.K. Simmons. He's in every universe.
I'd be down.
That photo Ben found was from the day they were rescued.
Dark room photos right now.
The lighting is getting darker. Everything is getting more intense.
What the hell is going on?
Silvermane hired me to find the rat and his crew, and it's Cat Hardy.
The singer.
How do you know?
She's been meeting with the mayor, and then he called for the raid. She's close with Flint, and he served with Addison.
You sure?
She's the only one who connects all the pieces.
That's just one we haven't found yet.
Winston's only a step away, and if he finds out she was behind it, he'll kill
He
her.
just protected her to Lucas Haas. Oh.
I have a plan.
I have a plan. He just doesn't want what happened to Ruby to happen to Kat.
Yes, visual symbolism.
Very discreet.
You don't walk down the street and duck into the alleyway. Sometimes you gotta do. The sun shines too bright.
Good job, kid.
Get your goddamn paws off me.
Take it easy, pal. Just trying to make a living.
Give him a distraction.
Great.
And they're both gone. Nice.
The little white boy's Miles Morales. Miles.
He's clearly Slide because he's so slippery and gets out of situations. You'd know Slide if you read the comics from the Bronze Age.
I'd say don't be alarmed, Vera, but you don't appear to be. Question is about your husband's last job. Specifically, who hired him?
I'm not interested in talking. I wasn't with the last guy, and I'm not now.
The last guy.
Even if you're the one in danger? What if I told you I knew that it was Kat Hardy? If I know, then the others will find out soon enough. Best thing you can do is leave town and fast. Silvermane will kill you to get that information.
Or pay me. I'm not stupid, mister. You're here for her, not me. And if you're protecting her, I've got a proposition for you. $1,000, and I'm gone.
I don't even know what that looks like.
I bet Silvermane has that and then some. I'll just tell him it's Cat myself.
Slow down. I'll get you your money. You just stay out of trouble until then.
She's dead.
Yeah.
L.A.
There's only one place in the entire world there's a Hillhurst, and frankly, I've been betrayed.
Money, power, not a lot of it going around right now, yet here you are in a castle tower.
Must be nice not having to look over your shoulder. So unconcerned with your possessions because you have so little.
You'd be surprised at how much people will fight for what little they have.
That is true.
Do you know what entropy is, Riley? The universe trends to disorder. Can't help itself. All you can do is fight to keep the chaos from your door. You don't have anything anyone wants to take.
Yeah.
Well, here's some friendly advice, all the same. Whoever the rat turns out to be, you can't be emotional about it. And if someone should come to you saying they have all the answers, know that they're lying.
Framing his guy.
You know who it is, don't you?
Doesn't matter what I know until I can prove it.
So much of this episode's about lying.
Well, the quicker you prove it, the quicker they die. So what are you waiting for?
Thanks for the drink.
Smart.
So the cops came in frothing at the mouth. Lincoln, he was just trying to help his neighbor. But now they're living in a Hooverville with these mysterious powers.
Great job.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Superpowers. Just like the spider. Before the asshole decided to take a powder, someone should have told him a depression was coming.
That was very Eddie Murphy kind of smile.
Write it up.
Say, am I getting my old desk back to write it at?
Well, let's not run before we can walk, huh? For now, it'll be off the books.
Oh.
Then we talk about bringing you back full time,
What
like
the
those
hell?
old spider days.
Right.
Maybe after the
Just
spider days,
downsizing?
he ran out of. It could be downsizing. Maybe after the spider days, he ran out of good stories.
Yeah.
So I want you to be me, you know, like one of those guys in the movies, you know, Bogey, Cagney, Eddie G.
Bogey referenced.
You know, you can wear the hat, you can smoke a cigarette, you're cool.
You're cool.
I ain't doing nothing.
I need to rely on you, Frankie. Can I rely on you?
I'm your man.
Frankie
is the rat.
It's the long version of Miles.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows. Clear as day.
Uh-oh, you losing it? Oh, no. You just right where you're
Trying to
supposed
land
be.
there.
Yep. Oh, it's literal light. That's cool.
That's so gorgeous.
What are you seeing? Like X-ray vision or something? Is it like some sort of sound?
Oh.
Fun.
Anything? He's been up there all night.
That's fun. The kids playing them. Yeah.
Mystery hour is about to begin.
I love it. It's two kids in a trench coat, but one kid.
You can hear. Yeah. God, I would love this ability.
Your spider sense is giving you the ability? Fascinating.
It's just like he's just listening really well.
So attuned. Woo!
Money, 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 money.
He doesn't even seem that interested. Take it all. Take all these Marta bills.
Is he just gonna take the 1,000?
Wow, only 1,000? That's it?
Ah, hell.
The balcony door was open. No one's here.
Think it was the wind. We'll check it again.
All clear, boss.
Wonder if he counts every dollar.
But right above his bed.
Yeah. Not directly above him.
I taught you well.
I taught you.
I should shoot you for running away.
How about kissing me for coming back?
Oh, he got his skin together.
I love the tone of the writing. Like, kiss me for coming back. That feels of this world.
Something has happened with Silvermane.
I told them. Whatever it is, it can be fixed.
No, I don't want to fix it, and I don't care about Silvermane. I just want us to be together.
Don't start with that.
If you really love me, you won't ask any questions. You'll just leave with me right now.
Oh, man.
It's not that simple, babe.
They're going to make this a tragedy. No.
Yeah. Like a bag.
Those strings.
Oh, he's done.
Yep, those strings worry me.
Yep. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you going to kill her?
You're going to deposit a lot of sand in her mouth right now.
It's everywhere.
Oh, he's losing it.
Oh, is he too excited?
Are you okay?
You can't hide it.
No. What's the matter? Why did you turn away from me?
It's interesting how they're morphing into something.
No, stop, please! Stop, please!
What's in the wall?
There's no fixing me.
We'll find a way.
It's a fantasy. Kidding myself, I could have this life. I could have you.
Oh, man.
They smashed up the cops. I'd have paid to see that.
Riley?
He didn't leave all night.
Oh, they're racist cops, too.
I need you at the Alcove today. I want you to keep an eye on Cat Hardy for me. And,
Look at me, an honest working man.
Cute kid.
Monsters in the streets, get your copy while they last. Monsters on the loose.
That is a near-perfect photo.
A routine sweep of a city Hooverville revealed two violent monsters looking to harm all they came across.
I never called them monsters.
Only with the help of a heroic police force did the residents escape with their lives.
Oh, my God.
That is not what happened. He took my name and put it on a bunch of lies.
Oh, and he did use your name.
100, 200, 300, and 900, 1,000.
There was so much more money you could take in.
You know what to do. Oh, look at that, shiny apples. Here, there you go.
Oh.
Trying to make her look suspicious.
It's Ben. I need to see you.
Why?
I'll explain when I get there. Just stay put.
Split-diopter shot.
Someone wants to talk to you.
Well, I'm busy. They can wait. Unhand my shoulder or lose your nose.
It's the mayor.
The mayor.
Corruption runs deep.
I want a line to the spider.
I thought he was dead.
Look, don't play dumb with me, pal. Back in the day, you were always in the right place to snap a picture of the spider. You just tell your buddy that I need to talk to him. People are scared, and the city needs order.
Is that why you're picking a fight with Silvermane? Didn't he bankroll your first campaign?
Just get me in touch with the spider. Make yourself a new friend.
I can't wait.
I believe in you, Ben Reilly.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
It's very much like Chinatown, where just the higher ups just keep going to this one investigator.
Took a cab to Penn Station 10 minutes ago.
Just shush. Get out or you're coming with me.
I've never seen Chinatown.
Same.
Ooh, hat boxes.
Listen on the double.
I mean, there's really just a lot of like film noir things that are going on where he chases and then the big guys come to him still.
Why are you here?
You really aren't a very good detective, are you?
You found Addison through Flint and paid him to bomb Silvermane's mansion. You tipped off Morris about the booze shipment. You're Silvermane's rat. The only thing I don't know is why.
You know, you boys are all the same. You come up with your own little stories and you make everyone else fit them.
Yeah.
I am done with people telling me who I am and what I get to do. You ask me why I'm leaving?
Hey, Riley.
Oh, shit.
There you are. I guess I am the luckiest guy in New York. Should have known you were in it together.
Oh, no.
Now the boss can take care of both of you. Move.
Oh, man, you might have just got killed.
I gotta give you credit. You came close. Too bad you couldn't get the Addison widow out of town. I only had to slap her around a little bit to get the truth.
What a guy.
Man, would he have to kill all these people?
Caught them both trying to skip town, boss. It looks like Riley was in on it.
The guy with all the answers.
You didn't think you'd be seeing her again, did you? This is Addison's widow. She's also the only person that knows who hired her daily deceased husband. She didn't want to talk, but,
Oh, you're about to get popped.
Hurry up. Unless you want to join your husband.
Did he steal that money just to plant it?
Let's hear what the widow has to say.
He told me that it was Cat Hardy, that she paid him $1,000 to burn down your mansion.
What'd I tell you, huh? You can dress up a stray dog however you like, it'll still bite you.
So you've said.
It's not true.
Lying to the end, huh?
You got proof?
Show him. Come on.
There's marked bills, too.
Yep.
She couldn't quite manage to blow it all. Too bad, huh?
Where does your money come from, Winston?
Yep.
Clever,
He grabbed it for it. Yep.
Did you know that I mark all my bills? Different spot for every schmuck on my payroll. Guess where I mark yours?
Yeah.
Oh, he got his money in the hotel so he could find out where he marked it. So he looked for those bills in the...
Smart.
There's nothing worse than a man who's only loyal to money. You son of a bitch.
I said, as soon as they got there, I was like, yeah, he's done. He's talking too much.
You set me up.
People lie, Riley. Only money tells the truth.
That's clever.
He threatened to kill me if I said otherwise.
You lying bitch! I'll rip you
That was
goddamn.
the plan.
Yep.
That was the whole plan that he was saying to her.
You good with a shovel, Riley.
Damn.
Why?
We'll be needing another grave.
Oh, shit.
What?
That's a good cliffhanger.
Wow.
Did he kill? Who did Negan kill?
You know, if this was a weekly show, I'd have a lot to think about and a lot of time to think about it. But it's all out right now. But we are going to end it there for this video with these 3 episodes of Spider-Noir and all of its pulpy noir glory. Quite the show. What a different take on Spider-Man and a lot of reasons why they got to call him Ben Reilly. Excited to dive into all that nuance. But first, Aaron, what do you think?
I thought it was great, man. I thought it was really, really fun and different than I was expecting. I obviously expected it to be this noir tone, but for them to have a story that is not necessarily one that's, 100% faithful to any particular comic book, but they've crafted their own story, I thought was really cool. Just goes to show that doesn't matter what the thing is, but as long as you're doing something that feels authentic, that feels grounded, comes from a place of love, then you can really turn any sort of comic book story into something that feels real and tangible. And the fact that they were able to do this, and it doesn't feel contrived or it doesn't feel forced, I think it's great. Nicolas Cage is an amazing Spider-Man, and I'm happy that we're finally getting a live action Spider-Man, a version of one anyway. And yeah, it continues to remain interesting, not only in his performance, but the plot and the mystery and the crime aspect of it. And when the first episode came on, I was thinking about, funny enough, Jessica Jones and how that was a semi-noir sort of PI story, and how it's also that, but it's done in a very different way. very much of the time that it's trying to emulate, and it does it in a way that feels accessible for modern audiences, but also allowing the people that love noir to feel like they're fully loved and embraced as well, as far as the type of storytelling goes. But yeah, those are my quick thoughts for now. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Greg,
We have a Patreon.
do we? Just one?
Yeah. No, we have several.
That's how we stay afloat. A very rich benefactor.
A lot of
A Patreon. It's Silvermane.
We fund other Patreons.
Did we get to this in time to have people ask questions?
No, but we shout out the Patreon.
We just in general do.
He's learning how the channel works.
Are we on Real Rejects? If you guys want to watch our full
No,
watch-alongs,
it
head
doesn't
on
matter now. It's
patreon.com/realrejects. You can watch exclusive watch-alongs that
shutting the
John and Greg
Patreon down.
do over there exclusively for patrons.
Terminated.
You also get 15% off tees like these.
He's like, these.
There's no more T-shirts. They're all gone now. we're all wearing Spider Club shirts. I wonder why.
Spider-Man Noir's not on it because he's busy being
not-
pulpy.
Yeah, using black and white.
What did you ask me?
What'd you thought of the episode?
I got thoughts.
If you got patron thoughts, you only get them exclusively on patreon.com/realrejects. Money talks!
Money talks truth, man. You want my honest thoughts? You go there.
Slip my mock tundy.
It was. This is a really fun experience because I like noir for the most part. Quite a bit, I don't take enough time to like put it on, but then whenever it is on, I'm like, this is pretty cool shit. So it's cool to watch a show that, like Aaron was saying, it's weird. Like I wonder if sometimes it feels so authentic to the black and white era that I wonder if it might keep people at a distance. That's like, no, those people should be watching the color version. Because there are times where I'm like, this really does feel like a 1930s, 40s movie. Outside of the occasional times where it obviously isn't, like a Spider-Man fight scene when taking on cars or shit. Or but no, like the 30s, 40s era with specifically with the monsters of like Frankenstein and Dracula and Invisible Man. The biggest thing that people often forget about them, and I feel like Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein really understood it, is that they're misunderstood creatures most of the time. Like they're not, they represent different factions of like needs and fears. Like Frankenstein, for instance, for him is like a need for connection is a big part of him. And I love the illustration that we have here with the quote-unquote Spider-Man villains, and maybe some of them will be more rogue villainy, like Sandman and Tombstone. Maybe they'll become that, but they freaking killed off Molten
Man in the first
Molten Man
episode.
in the first episode, man.
Yeah.
They killed Molten Man in the first episode, and like the more you unpack this stuff, the more it just feels like they're tragic experiments. And so I think like them shouting out Frankenstein was like one of the more specific ones to do, even though, because that's the fun thing is in a lot of those like 30s, 40s movies. I actually really like my wife and I watched a lot of those. There's a lot of like crazy scientists. That's like the trope of what they changed a lot of the source material to. Is like there's a bunch of like fucking crazy scientists. So I love that what they're doing with them is they're making them from like a crazy scientist experiment. And I see I kind of get the impression that what they're doing here is they're first throwing you really into the detective noir world and slowly letting the monster world come out. And then I think in the next arc, we'll probably get more, like keep the detective stuff going, but probably get a little bit more of the monsterism stuff that I'm picking up on. So yeah, I think right now it's a really entertaining show with like great aesthetics and visuals. I am kind of itching for some danger, if that makes sense. Like I'm waiting to feel like I'm intrigued by a lot, and I really like Nicolas Cage, but I am not fully like there yet with like, do I feel suspense? Do I feel stakes, or am I more just like really intrigued by what's going on? And currently I'm feeling like more just intrigued and enjoying it a lot, but I'm not I need to have like some sense of like danger going on, like because it's a fucking like 8-episode show, so I want to feel some of that. But then again, that's like something that I've kind of run into with like noir movies in general, usually because like it's the character unpacking the mystery, and but I noticed they're also like bobbing and weaving through tropes. Like normally in a typical noir show, it would just be Ben Reilly and Kat falling in love with each other. And they are definitely doing something different here with Kat having this relationship with Flint and letting that be a big, like she's really in love with that guy. So that's like a real tragic thing. So they are mixing things up, and maybe they'll still go that route. But yeah, right now that's like one of the things that's like holding it back for being like skyrocketing for me. But there's so many other elements that are skyrocketing for me that it would be a lie to say, unless you pay me, it would be a lie to say that it was that it's not. That's not a very entertaining show. And there's a lot I really appreciate about it. Like I like the black and white's really cool to me a lot when it does. There are plenty of times where I'm like, oh yeah, these shots seem like this is like the way you have to see this is in black and white. Like I love the ones that feel like the German expressionism that really was aped a lot in the 30s and 40s. So this is some really cool shit that they're doing here. And so for the most part, I'm really enjoying it. Acting really great, aesthetics. Coy, you read comics? Yeah.
I read comics. So to me, what's really interesting is the character of Spider-Noir is definitely an expression of a writer who wanted to tell a different take and just kind of go full tilt. And that character got popular many years later. Like when Spider-Noir started, it was like this interesting little experiment. And then he's in like a video game like Shattered Web or something, Shattered Dimensions.
Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah, and like then, obviously Spider-Noir appeared in Spider-Verse. And this character's had such an interesting journey from a little mini-series into a few different series into adaptation. And what I was really curious about is, would this feel like a Spider-Man show that was set in noir, or would it feel like a noir show that had Spider-Man? And I think that, I feel like one of the things I'm most fascinated by, and one of the things I really talked about with Punisher, is we've hit a different zenith of content with superhero stuff. I think I've said for about a year now, we're entering what I consider the Silver Age of comic book stuff. We had kind of the early Elemental forming in the X-Men and Spider-Man era and Blade and those things that were like a little afraid to say they were comic-y. The X-Men had leather suits on. Blade, most people didn't even know. They just thought it was a vampire movie. All those elements led to what I consider the golden age of comic book movies, which is 2008 until about 2019. And that run to me was this celebration of like, let's embrace it. Let's get more and more comic-y. Let's do these things. And then in the comic books, the Silver Age is when things happen that are so intense that it kind of grounds them. And what I consider the kickoff of the Silver Age in comic books is the death of Gwen Stacy. And so that to me is when they shifted into the Bronze Age. Like the end of Gwen Stacy is like, let's go more fantastical. And I'm feeling like right now is, though I call it the Silver Age, is more of the Bronze Age sensibility. And it's taking comic book stories and just making the thing you want to make and plugging the characters in, but it's not desensitizing the character. It's not like it's pretending it's not by slapping a name on it. It still feels authentic to Spider-Man, but authentic to Spider-Noir. So this to me feels like an authentic noir show, with Spider-Man in it, much like I felt the Punisher thing felt like a thing that was a comic book that was Punisher, but that was the Raid and something that he wanted to tell, and that would have only got made if you made it the Punisher. This is, to me, something that clearly Lord and Miller wanted to make a noir thing, and this is a great way to have this take on Spider-Man, but everyone behind it is like in love with noir, and they want to tell like a noir story, like a mystery thing that has Spider-Man, because I think they probably wrote this to be Peter Parker, Spider-Man, all the things spinning off of Spider-Verse, and then it was hyper-violent because they wanted it to be authentically noir. So it chose to be more noir than more Spider-Man because he shouldn't be drinking, he shouldn't be killing folks, but the comic book does. So I think it's really interesting to make it Ben Reilly, to make it much more of a like 70% noir, 30% Spider-Man, but I think that's more authentic to why comics last so long. I think that's why Spinner X exists. I think that's why there's so many runs of Spider-Man. At times, there are like 7 runs of Spider-Man. You can get your Peter Parker, your Sensational, your Spectacular, your Web of, your Untold Tales of, your Ultimate, all in the same month. And that's because of the versatility of the character. You adapt them to different stories. So it's really cool that we're at the point in, like, as an agricultural look at culture, looking back at this time, I think it's going to be when we shifted into a different era of comic books having a different thing altogether. I think the DCU is doing that by having Superman and Clayface in the same era, and that's going to be in the same universe as far as we know, and that's going to be a different thing than we've ever had by having it fully be a horror element to bring in the Batman universe by having that. And now with the Spider-Verse, we can make this canonically Spider-Man, but it's completely leaning into the noir, but you can make things that wouldn't get this kind of budget without putting Spider on it. So I think it's a really interesting new era of comic book stuff. I think it's a really bold storytelling device. I think it's not even necessarily mirroring the Spider-Noir comics as much as I was wondering if it would. And I think overall, it's a really cool experiment to get people that would never watch a noir to go, I like Spider-Man, what's that like? So I love the monster elements you were speaking to. I think it's absolutely something that might lend itself to going towards Nazis, because in the comics books, Spider-Man fights Nazis, and I do believe a lot of science experiments and horrible things inflicted on people in this era Nazis. So I think that's where we might go. I also think
it's very interesting in between, because World War I is done and World War II is on the verge.
Right, hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
So I think it's doing a lot of really interesting things with this first act, and I'm very shocked at it leaning so heavily. I didn't know how far it would go as far as like just being a pulp noir.
Yeah, it would. That is very true. Because like sometimes when he was like stressing with Spider-Man, I'm like, oh yeah,
right. Like you
Spider-Man thing going on here.
The web's on his mask. You're like, right, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Because he's Ben Reilly. He's not even allowed to be Peter Parker.
Which is framed great. Like I think a lot of those frames of him as Spider-Man, they do take advantage, especially in the black and white. Like, I wonder how they look in color. But like when he's like going around Silvermane's room, I was like, oh man, like this is beautiful. Yeah, I like the hint at like he's got some like weird gurgling. I feel like there's like spider mouth tentacle thing going on.
Yeah, I don't know. That scene by itself was so like, what's happening?
Like,
and
what's
then
happening?
No explanation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was cool. Like what's happening underneath the mask right now as he's talking, you know?
And it's
like,
so big.
Yeah.
The mask has some like space.
That's what I mean. I feel like he's like more of a spider in some
somehow.
fucking way that I don't.
And we have a man spider teased
because
so,
like literally the webs are gross. Like they're not Tobey Maguire. Like these webs are like off-putting and they look
like colored and stuff.
They look like B-movie horror webs, you know?
Yeah. And that ties into the monster element. And I think he's going to be in some way with the monsters, like how he's affected by some same thing.
How are you feeling when you're like watching the show? What's your feeling? I like all the things about what the show is opening up and doing.
Like emotions?
Yeah.
I am very, this is a language I don't speak. There's certain types of film and certain types of shows that I just don't have the language of. So it's very alien to me. So I don't have a lot of exposure to this stuff. I'm enjoying it, but I definitely feel like a tourist. Like I feel like someone in another place going like, I recognize some words. Like it's like when I watch sports that aren't like UFC. Like when I watch a sport, I'm aware of like some of the rules, but not enough of the rules to get the connection to players, but I can be invested in the overall journey of the sport. Or if I go to like another country and I hear words I recognize, I go like, I get some of this. And this to me feels like that because I know Spider-Man more than I know myself, but I don't know the noir stuff. So I definitely feel like I'm visiting.
Okay.
It's a weird metaphor, but that's how I felt.
A bigger version, a more lofty version of what I was saying.
I'm a tourist lost, Greg.
I'm like
trying to find myself.
Some emotional connection to some characters that need some danger is kind of what I was saying.
But I think mine is more coming from a place of like, I don't know what's happening as far as what this is alluding to. I get the story. I don't want to seem dumb. I get what we're doing. It just feels like Latin sometimes.
But do you feel like there's, I guess my biggest thing right now is like I'm not getting much of like a, I get an enjoyment like all from an analytical side, but there's like this emotional side that's like not as fully there as I would like it to be.
Yeah,
that's
feel it more in the head than in the heart because it's like okay, we're in this like sort of slow build, and I feel like it's very plotty, but they haven't left enough room as far as Ben Reilly's like personal struggles and his like grief and stuff because we're 5 years removed from that. Like okay, let's add some stakes, add some danger, add some heart. But as of right now, it is intriguing me from like an intellectual standpoint. Like, what is the mystery? Who is this person that's conning everybody?
Which is a lot of those. It is a lot of those, from at least from what I've seen. Like they're not. There's a reason they're not the main thing I would put on.
But it's interesting because we associate Spider-Man with having heart.
Yeah.
It doesn't showcase
and it's
a
like
lot of that
it's
so far.
technically there.
I
Like,
love the wittiness too.
Yeah, it's witty.
Humor is great.
The dialogue sounds very authentic to its time too. Like there is a good rhythm, and it's really easy to make dialogue like this that sounds like more alien, where like the lingo could be so far
Translate.
out there. yeah. But
English, please.
But they do it it's just right enough here. So
I hate you for leaving. I love you or love me for coming back. I was like, damn. Like some of the dialogue, I get to be like, oh, it's snappy.
Yeah, and I think it's really important though for our main. It's like if our main character, if we're not going to be feeling, I'm talking just like basic stories now. It's like if our main character we don't feel like is in true danger, then it's like then the supporting characters we're invested in have to feel like they're in true danger.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I'm like I feel more for when like fucking Tombstone and Sandman are being attacked by cops,
because I think they as monsters might be in more danger.
Yeah,
like I don't worry about Nick Cage making it out of here.
Yeah, and it's like, of course he's the main character, you won't, but that's like the art of a good show, is that you're supposed to feel the peril for the main character.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt in that, like, technically in those 8 episodes, we're still in the first act of this, and we've left it on the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So,
now it might be the...
Yeah, now it might be the building of, like, the danger. Like, his assistant was, in danger, and it seemed like there was going to be some stakes there, but the next episode, she's kind of back. So I'm like, okay, I guess, we didn't have any consequences as of yet.
And it's interesting paced because it definitely feels like it was shot with the intention of being weekly. It has previously ons, it has cliffhangers, all of those things say weekly, but I wonder if because of, I'm definitely like 5% aware of noir. It seems like you're like 20, 25, like you're much more in that space. But I wonder if because it's so removed from our culture, if people would like drift out. Like if this was playing over the course of 2 months, if this was 8 weeks of TV, I wonder if people would be like, I'm going back into this world versus us just like staying in the world.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm curious how this will do, because obviously we live in a world where people fucking love Spider-Man. Like
pretty sensational.
He's a sensational
pretty
Spider-Man.
sensational fella.
But I don't know a lot of people talking about this or like a lot of hyper anticipation. Whereas the movie, they had a whole freaking trailer event where people going across the world. So I'm very curious to see how this does with the Spider-Man name attached to it.
Well, the Spider-Noir and Spider-Verse is played for comedy.
Right,
and,
it's not here.
And this is like very sincere. And I don't know, like the black and white, like the trailers for this were tracking incredibly well, and people seem to be gravitating more towards watching this in black and white than they do in color, even with our main core audience here at Real Rejects.
We listened.
So, yeah. So it's and then when I'm watching it, I'm like, this definitely feels like intended for black and white.
Lord Miller said as much. And then Nicolas Cage said he wants people that if they watch it in color to hopefully discover black and white, and that be their gateway into black and white movies.
That's so funny.
I get it.
That's funny. Yeah, because it's like I'm watching these scenes and I'm like, this just feels like straight out of a film. Outside of like the audio, like the audio sounds modern, right? Like there's a very specific like audio to back then,
It's like a hum.
Like when people do that voice, there is like a bit of like hum, I guess would be the right word for it. It's like kind of boxy or something like that. It doesn't sound this fucking crisp and
mastered
clean. So that would probably be the more interesting thing if they actually really committed to that. Like
The
to really
audio style.
like did the audio style instead of just the aesthetic.
Make this not sound good.
I don't know. It's charming. It's fucking charming. Like I love it when they do commit to like the stills or the footage that does look like when they fuck with the footage even more to make it even look like it's from that. To like, we pulled this.
Like got a film grain to it.
Yeah, when they did the Silvermane moment. I think it was like episode 1 where they did it. How are you guys feeling about Silvermane?
I love him. Brendan Gleeson's one of those actors. I'll say everything he does. I'm a huge fan of his work and his son's work. Domhnall Gleeson's great too. But I was curious if I'd be able to separate how I see Silvermane, which is this power-hungry, immortality-craving business tycoon, and he's very much a modern villain to me because what he wants is immortality, but he's like an Osborn, like industrialist, but he uses all of his industry to buy artifacts and become immortal. Then he turns into tech and all these, like, those are all very modern things, the tech and the fact that robotics. So I was a little worried I wouldn't be able to see Silvermane in this time, but I think making him this power-hungry, intrigued by power, could still land at immortality, all those things while being of this time, like an Irish mob boss, is a really cool way to not think about the Silvermane comic, but still honor Silvermane, kind of like Spider-Man. Like this doesn't feel like any other Peter Parker because it's Ben Reilly, Spider-Noir. Silverman, likewise, doesn't feel like how I associate Silverman because he's not. Like, that's the point of multiple dimensions.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I think my association with this as a crime show, crime noir, still crime show, the closest example I can think of as far as like a gang leader who has like these different ties is someone like a Fisk, like OG Fisk from the original Daredevil show. And if we're comparing it to that type of thing, though they're not the same type of villain, they still play a similar archetype. And I don't feel I like him because I like the actor, I like his performance, but I don't necessarily feel the overarching threat of this guy as of yet. Though I do like what he's doing when he's on screen, but I haven't felt this a sense of like visceral danger.
I did. I agree for the most part, but I did when he was entering his office and like that scene of him pressing the secretary a little bit, just his amount of weight in the room. Yeah. I felt that, but I'd like to see more of like how he's strong-arming the city, how many cops he owns, like what he's doing. I mean, obviously we got the scene of the stopping of the delivery of the booze and all that stuff, but like him and his involvement directly, I'd like to see a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I think we can stretch that power, stretch that threat a bit more. But again, it is still early, but yeah, I would like to see that grow for sure.
I mean, man, Nicolas Cage, though, he's like fucking owning this show.
Yeah.
He knows
so many different versions.
He knows the eras. Yeah, he knows like that's what's so funny is like that's my favorite thing about the undercover parts because in the genre of like cops or whatever investigators, they do different accents.
Yeah.
To like blend in
he's
or
doing
something.
them all
He's
up
just doing different like 40s voices is what he's doing as his like undercover voice. And I'm like, I've never seen that done before. So it's really hilarious what he's doing here. But yeah, I like him a lot. And I like the person who's playing Cat Hardy quite a bit.
Yeah,
too.
she's enchanting.
Oh, and Robbie
Lamorne Morris.
What's that?
Robbie Robertson?
Lamorne Morris.
Lamorne Morris.
He's great. Love that guy. He's great in New Girl.
I just started watching New Girl because of him, because I was at an event, and I ran into him the day after he got cast. So like a lot of people hadn't started talking yet, but I remember we like broke that on one of the lives.
Cool.
And I was like, dude, you're Robbie Robertson, congratulations. Like, I've never met dude. And I just like come up yelling, and he's like, thanks so much, man.
Aww.
And we just start geeking out over how little Robbie Robertson is used and his passion for the character. And like, it could have gone the other way. He's apparently a huge sitcom star, but I didn't have any association. I was just like, that's the guy that just got cast. So I didn't have any sort of like, you're a famous actor. I was just like, this guy's Robbie. And we got to geek out so hard that it was Twisters. After Twisters, we like stood in the little Westwood area and just talked about Spider-Man for 20 minutes as people came up to take photos with him.
Oh,
like people would be like, blah, blah, blah. And we'd go back to talking and blah, blah, blah. We'd go back to talking. And he was so passionate about the world and about the character. And so I have since watched New Girl, started it because of how much I loved him and his vibe. And it's a great show, but apparently big star.
Yeah, he's great. He has a great podcast too.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
He's a delight. Such a vibe.
Well, I think I like getting the expansion on him, and it's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely I'm very intrigued by like the tonality of something that I'm so far removed by. It is a really interesting thing to watch something that is equal parts. I know so much of this and none of it.
Yeah, I like that it's respecting the audience too, to like be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Because it requires a patience, I think.
Oh, it definitely. I'm
For sure.
curious how that does.
Yeah, it's not like a big bombastic like reaction show as of yet. It is like more deliberate, but yet interesting in how it's paced and
it's doing the genre.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
it's really doing the genre.
It's not doing 2026's take on the genre. It's doing the genre,
which is like interesting because I thought it might just be in a like Sin City is the hyper stylized film noir version, but that's so accessible for modern day audiences. This is something that's like more sincere in its execution, even when it's going more out there.
I'm so curious how this is doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
we'll find out.
We'll find out
when
later.
the time comes. I'm very curious how people like it.
All right, but I'm done.
Well,
Are
this
you
is
done?
all. I'm all done because we got another 5 to go. This was the 1 through 3 of 8. They're all out, so keep your eyes peeled for our next video. Hit that subscription bell because we're going to be covering all of this as it arrives. So please subscribe. Also, check out patreon.com/realrejects.
Oh my God, what?
That is how we stay afloat with copyright chaos. There's also discounts on teas like these. Greg loves writing up the legislation when he's like, I want to combat this. I'm just going to have a good. I'm going to meet their kids. I'm going to talk about their family. How you doing?
That's how I do
So, that's how Greg makes friends outside of Rejects. He likes to email the copyright people and be like, hey.
They're my buddies. And I say, hey, you forgot a copyright claim.
Let me just send this to you.
Yeah.
Did you know I put this video out about Amazon? Let me let you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, tune in for more Amazon/MGM, depending on where you're watching these, and you can sync up with your own copy over at Patreon for the full exclusive experience. And the other video is going to be in color, as he alluded to earlier. It's going to be, I believe, John, and Andrew.
That's right.
Maybe
in color. Who knows what's going to happen? Either way, we'll see you for 4, 5, and 6.
Might be you again.
I'll watch it in color again. I got all the free time. I'm the guy with the most free time. I'm not doing anything in this channel. They got all the time for me. It's great.
No
all
big
right.
events.
I appreciate you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.